What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today we are doing something a little different. As you guys just saw, my boy Mike has pulled up with his Viper and I get to work on it today. But today is not just a day to work on it or just to add some new cool stuff. We're actually doing a how-to on a seat lowering kit because you know that the man is like 6'7". I think he said 260 pounds. I'm being easy, you're welcome. Anyway, yeah, but he's really tall, and in a Viper, he just doesn't fit that well. So to sit the seat down about 1.5 inches, there is a kit that he has just brought over, and we are gonna get started on it. So this how-to, let's get it started.
Finally be able to fit in my car.
Man, that's what I was telling him. You're like 6'7". I went easy though on the weight. I said you were 260. Was that about right?
No, fool. 285.
Oh, my bad.
That's extra pounds.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the seat.
I mean, when we were at Shasta, I was like 263.
Oh, okay.
Feel me? I got back on my shit after the vacation.
Yeah, we were out eating.
I didn't like that 2X life jacket.
Oh, this is different. So we're gonna do seat lowering. I've never actually even sat in one of these. Hey, it's bad when I fit in here. Yeah, that's how you know that this is like not meant for him. If I fit in this.
You always gotta adjust the seats and shit.
Yeah, and his 300ZX, I wasn't even able to drive the thing. So hopefully.
Hey, don't feel bad. You're taller than the painter, so imagine how he feels. Dude, JB taking up the NRG cushions and shit, putting them behind each other.
So I think it's pretty standard, right? Self-explanatory. Four bolts. Probably take it out. I don't know even what this kit looks like, so we're gonna find out in just a minute. All right, so here's the kit. This looks like it's probably gonna be for the rear, and then this is probably for the front. I guess you take the rail off. So we'll have to take the seat out. Bro, why does this thing have a sphygmomanometer? I think that's what it's called.
Oh, so you can feel me? You can. It's chiropractor friendly.
Yeah, I need to read the directions on this thing and see.
What's that? Your lumbar support?
Your lumbar support. Is that what that does?
Yeah, it gives you like, you know what I'm saying? When you pump it up, it has like a little whoopee cushion inside that supports your back.
Super old school. Hey, I gotta tell you, this is like one of the car's least amount that I've ever been around in real life, on video games, in movies. I don't know anything about this car, to be completely honest. So this is gonna be.
I don't know either. They were like, "Oh, can we check out the engine?" I had to fucking YouTube it to figure out how to pop the hood.
It's bad when YouTubers like us have to YouTube what we need to do.
I'm like looking around for ratchets and shit. I'm like, how do you pop this thing?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you the same thing because I don't even know that either.
Pop it from right here. See, now I'm a pro at this thing. I feel me just.
Oh damn!
Then you got a little
lift on the front and then the
like
come over here.
3-job sequence.
But this is what'd you say this was? Clamshell, right?
Clamshell.
It's like a clamshell. You can see that the fenders are actually molded into the side. Damn, look at this thing.
But it also sucks. This hood's like
12,000. Oh yeah, I was gonna say like.
So it's like, man, but you never gotta worry about it flying up on you.
Yeah, no, that's the truth for sure. This thing is wild.
Dude, when this thing gets heat soaked, it is garbageously slow.
It's crazy having a V10 supercharged and it being one of your slowest cars, huh?
It is. It's odd, but
yeah.
It's also my fastest car that passes Smallville. So.
Oh, okay. What is this? What does this car make?
It makes 620.
Dang, that's pretty good.
So factory, this model they come with like 450.
And this is 620.
Yeah, 620.
That's
so it's about 200. It's literally 200 over what they would dyno factory.
Dang.
So at the wheels, usually they make like 400 to 415.
Yeah.
Like bone stock, and then this makes 620. So literally extra 400 or extra 200 horsepower at the wheels over stock, and it fucking passes smoke.
Sick. Yeah, I'm super like intrigued by it. Like I said, I don't know anything about these, so I know they look cool, but I've always been a JDM guy, so now getting in the world of
it's the American FD.
Well, yeah, but I still don't know anything about it.
I don't either. I ain't gonna lie.
So it's gonna be a learning journey for both of us. So I think first we're gonna start off with something easy, and that will be a seat lowering kit. And
everything's easy today.
Yeah, everything's easy today. Oh yeah, because we're gonna do, you said headlight.
Really just headlights.
LEDs. I mean,
the GTR lighting.
he said they're easy, but
It's like the only car where I was like, I ain't getting no eBay lights.
Please don't do that.
I would've got some aux beams or some shit
Yeah,
down here.
$100,000 car with some eBay lights.
Dude, I can't, man. Only reason I bought these for 300 freaking bucks because they have lifetime warranty. So if it ever goes out, I'm sending it back.
Yep.
Hey, lifetime warranty, but supposedly these are like the best freaking LEDs they make.
Where are they?
Like all the little. Oh, my bad.
All right, so here you go. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a free game. I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here, and if you guys want to pause the video, now you have the written instructions as well. I'll also be going over everything and showing you throughout the course of this video, so for those of you that are like visual learners like me and this guy, just watch the video. But yeah, I'm gonna look over this real quick, and we're gonna get started on it. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the seat. You can see that there are, I think these are 13. Before I do anything, let's check and see even what these are. Ooh, I think I guessed right. So, yeah, it's probably like a 9/16 or something. A 13 works, however. It tells you to slide the seat forward, do the rear ones, because you can see it's tucked all the way back, and then we'll slide it all the way back, get the front ones off, and the seat will come out.
Yep, probably like
so here you go on the back. There are 2 nuts. Like I said, there are 13. Yep, 2 nuts. Undo these. Whew. Oh yeah, don't lean against there.
Oh, it's hot.
Oh, it is hot.
Okay. They warn you.
Yeah, don't listen. Oh, check this out. It comes factory with ACR. It's 5.2, huh? I think I saw one in the front.
Yes.
Yeah, they're 5-point in these. Factory race car. And it comes with like a comfort belt. Man, if all cars came with that.
ACR, man.
All right, so one of the things that I did is I set it on the couch so you guys can see. We're gonna be taking off the sliders, and then it's gonna be hard mounted just through the rail on the seat. So our main goal is just to get the sliders out and then position it where we want it to be. It's gonna put it as far back as it can in the car and as low as possible. We might have to put some washers in the front to stack it up so that way that it kind of sits a little bit up, but it was really easy to get out. This seat is stupid light. And the nice thing about this, unlike like a bunch of new cars, they usually have like ABS or airbag modules, sensors, or something underneath. There's nothing. You can see it's even manual for the lumbar support. So super easy to get out, just 4 bolts and pull it out. All right, this is pretty self-explanatory. You can see I started loosening up the bolt on top of the rail here and here, and then there's one back here and right here. It tells you to undo the clips and the hog rings and all other kind of crap. I'm skipping all of that. Pretty much what I'm doing is I'm using a 13. It's like probably a 5/8 if it's American, but I only know metric. Well, not only know, but it just works easier for me. So I'm using 13. I'm undoing it from here, kind of pushing the foam up. I'm gonna undo it right here. I'm gonna do the back ones, and then we're gonna secure these to it. Pretty much all this does, the short ones go in the rear, and these long ones will go up front. And pretty much the way that it sits is this will just be with the new hardware, and it sits against the rail like that. And you can see how much lower from where it is now to all the way up here this seat is going to sit. So it's going to be significant. So I'm going to get these 4 bolts out of here. We're going to pull the rails off, and then we're going to install these. We'll install them lightly, not too tight, probably just finger tight, and then set the seat in there to make sure all the holes line up, and then we'll tighten them down.
Where do I begin? I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in the wind. I don't want it all. Heard he scammer, had to switch up the accounts. Moving paper, gotta call it my account. It's all in, I can have it coming out. Been through the struggle, I can see another drought.
All right, one thing I wanted to show you that I noticed on this side, there is the front and the rear. However, on this one, there's an extra bolt in the center. So I took off the front and the rear ones, but I need to get to this one in here. Not a big deal. I can sneak this in here and loosen this one up and get this rail off. But I think that that's the reason why they're telling you to take off these hog rings and then peel this from the side so that way you can get to the bolts. If you have a ratchet end wrench like this, or even one that has a bendy head, you can get enough space in there by just pushing the foam up in and being able to sneak them out. As you've seen, I've taken 4 of them out. I got 1 more and the rails will be off. All right, so this is what the empty rail looks like. You can see on the passenger side of it, there is 2, and on the driver's side, there is actually 3 of them. You can see right here what I'm talking about. This is the 3 and the 2. So Now that those are all gone, now, like I said, we're gonna do the long ones in the front and we're gonna put the short ones in the rear, and this thing's gonna be ready to bolt in. All right, so brackets on. You can see the long ones are on the front, pointed towards the front. The rear ones, they're like little jammies in there. The rear are nuts that go on studs, so at least that makes it a little bit easier. However, when we do put it on, I'll have to like kind of set it on there, feed it. This one might be a little bit tricky. At least we can move the seat forward. No, we can't move the seat forward, actually. This one's gonna be a little bit tricky. So yeah, let's go. Mike just got done cleaning the inside. Since this is gonna be hard mounted, he'll probably never move it again. So vacuumed it out. Let's go set it in and see how it looks. There you go. Sit in it and see how it feels. We haven't bolted it down yet, but
oh shit!
It's definitely lower.
Oh yeah, it's hella lower.
Bruh. Way better, right?
Dude.
The only thing is I don't know how I'm gonna get my fingers in there to get those nuts on the back.
Yo.
You can see I have literally no space. So that's gonna kind of be the tricky part, but it looks much better. You look more comfortable in it, to be honest.
Before my knee was like way up here like this, touching it.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like...
Would you say it's like a 2-inch?
2 inch, but 2
drop,
inches is a lot for a fucking, to lower a seat.
See? All you need is 2 inches.
2 extra inches.
All right, so the dilemma you can see that we are having, because these are tucked up so tight underneath here, I'm not able to get anything in the back to try and even put them onto here. And so that's where taking the hog rings and taking this off lies, actually. So I am gonna have to actually remove that. I was hoping to be able to get away. I thought it might just be because you couldn't get the bolts out, but I'm gonna have to take this stuff off, and I actually have to loosen up the bolt enough to lift this off, I think, in order to be able to get, it's kind of a weird fit. So you gotta kind of be able to set this down onto the frame, put the nut on with enough space so this isn't tight, and then this has to be able to lift up so you can get in there to tighten this down, to tighten that down, and then set this back down on here, if that makes sense. So a little bit more involved than I thought it was going to be, but I think once we get, man, after we get the rear done, the front will be cake. So yeah, I'm gonna pull it back out. I'm gonna pull off the hog rings and see how this goes. All right, so I kind of have the direction on where I'm going. You can see that I've pretty much pulled the whole seat frame apart. One of the problems of being a flat rate technician is you try and flat rate and it doesn't work out for you sometimes. But that's how you live and learn. And so I guess if you've gotten this far in the video, now you can see kind of the way that we're doing it. So at the beginning of this video, I said not to take these out. I was thinking that because the foam was in the way, that might have been the only reason why. Most seat frames, you can actually just put it on, put the rail on, and then you kind of just affix it to it. So like I said, I've never worked on one of these, and now I'm getting a crash course in it. However, I think I have the idea of what to do. I'm gonna leave these bolts in here. We're gonna put these to the back because it is physically impossible to get to these when the seat is in there. The only thing that's kind of tripping me out is that with the seat this loose, I'm gonna have to bolt it to here, and I'm gonna have to tighten it up, and then I'm gonna have to reach under and try and pull this on here, and then I'm gonna have to put this to the back on here, and then at least from the front I can get to the hog rings. I can hog ring it back, put the screws on here, and then bolt these down. So the front I'm not so worried about. As long as I can get the back all situated and fixed, I think we should be just fine. They did say to loosen up this to pull the back off, but because there's so little space, I'm trying not to do that first. I know, another flat rate mentality. However, I don't want to have to mess with the backing if I don't have to. So we're gonna try this first and see how it goes. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go put these in the car and affix them to the floor. Okay, so you can see these are now kind of loosely bolted to right here. These are where it goes through the rail into it, and so they're kind of loose right here like this in order to be able to kind of wiggle it around. You can see the side bolsters right here are where the backing to the seat goes, so it's going to be next to impossible to try and tighten those star fittings if I try and take the back off. But I'm having a really difficult time trying to figure out how to get in to tighten all this down. Even still, with that bottom cushion coming off, it's not real easy for me to get in there. I do have an extension, but this is a very tight squeeze.
So this is some behind the scenes right here. Aaron's a Viper Tech now.
Bro. I want this to work. So there's that.
Is it almost working?
Yes.
Who designed this shit?
Right.
Who did this?
I mean, once I'm done, it'll be fine. But
I mean, I wish somebody else would have had a how-to video.
that's why we're doing it.
We even tried looking on the 2005 forums and shit. Can't find nothing. But everybody on the Viper groups were like, "Oh, you gotta do the 2-inch lowering kit." It's like, how, nigga, how? Somebody tell us. Somebody show us. We're an old school write-up.
Right. Well, we'll be the old school, new school write-up. Struggling.
I'm here for moral support, though.
Thanks, babe.
Want some water, sir? Some milk?
I'm okay. All right, you can see way in here. Maybe you can't see way in here because it's so goddamn far in there. The bolt back there and the bolt back there are now tight. Well, I need to tighten them down all the way, but at least they're screwed in. And now I can do the front and put the whole front rest together.
Hey, we done lost all the daylight.
I mean, legitimately. For 4 bolts. See, the flat rate way would have been much better, but it wouldn't be in here. So let's put on the front ones and hopefully put this thing back together with a quickness.
Bruh, I'm looking on the chats, like the Viper form right now.
Yeah.
There's people in there. This one dude said, "Dude, I've had my seat lowering kit for 2 years and I still can't install."
Man. All right, so we're using flashlights out here because it's dark as shit because it took forever to finish this and figure it out. But way in there.
4 hours later.
Yeah, no kidding.
I feel like the Blair Witch projects now.
Right?
On the camera like this.
Yep. All POV. It's so dark out.
I'm so scared right now.
I'm so scared.
It killed everybody.
All right, so yeah, we're all done with the seat. He's sitting in it, said it felt good, drivable. So mission accomplished. Sorry that it wasn't like super in-depth detailed on how to do it. It's kind of a pain in the ass, to be completely honest, but I did lay out how you're supposed to do it. You do have to take that seat cushion up in order to be able to get to the bolts from the top that go into the brackets that are bolted to the floor, because without it, there's no room. I can't even put my little hands and arms underneath there in order to tighten it up. So you have to kind of set it up where it's gonna be and then tighten the ones to the floor and then go through the cushion, tighten those up, and then you'll pull the cushion down and affix it to the bottom. So yeah, that's pretty much how you do that. He has one for the passenger, but I told him I don't want to do it, and so I think Nita will be okay with that. But now we're figuring out the headlights. He got these LED bulbs like I showed you guys earlier, so I think we're gonna put these in and then we're gonna wrap it up. So hopefully that don't take too long. I think we have to take the front wheels off. I think the panel's on the inside, or maybe not, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about these, but sorry it's dark, a little hard to see, but yeah, let's see what happens.
All right, so we on the next phase of this flashlight gang.
We're back to it.
Got you, see?
6:30 and it's dark.
This thing charged.
Stop.
Strobing.
The sequel.
This actually works.
Yeah.
Look at that, I'm giving you that content. Question for you.
What?
If I stuck this up your butt, you think your belly button would glow?
Probably.
Bro, what'd you break?
Wasn't like that before. Somebody like Mike put these on. 1,200 foot-pound.
Would it be easier to take the wheel off?
Nah. Maybe turn it, but
Dude, this thing has horrible turning radius. Like,
there's only one more that I have to get to. It's in there though.
the worst turning radius you'll ever probably see on the car.
Really? It turns like a limousine.
Bruh. This thing turns like horrible. Turns like a wheelchair.
A wheelchair?
If you had no arms to spin the wheel. All right, so while Aaron's doing that, let me show y'all. So these lights are horrible. Let me hit these things for y'all. Like, bruh. Horrible lighting. Like, I be having to drive this thing with the high beams on. Watch y'all see these new GTR lighting LEDs. It's like they're GTR 2s or some shit. I don't know. Some 2s. Look at that. That it is. Access.
Not too bad, actually. Not too bad at all. I'm gonna go get that.
Bruh.
I'll get myself first. So which ones did you get? High beam, low beam?
Nah, I think this is one beam. It's supposed to be low beam, but I think the low beam is the high beam, ain't it?
Oh.
Like the 350s?
Yeah, yeah.
This has the projector housing.
Turn them on real quick.
So there goes the factory halogen.
About to be so much brighter.
Bruh. A lot brighter. It's about to look like Jesus is here. And if they ain't bright for $300, I'm gonna be hella mad.
Right. Better be bright.
Bruh.
Bring that light over here.
All right, so here's the factory halogen.
Dang.
And then here's the GTR lighting LED.
It's crazy looking over there. It looks like you just have like one of these like side lights on now. It's crazy.
It's just hella brighter.
Yeah. Looks good.
From right here, video ain't gonna do it no justice.
Nah, never does, especially with like lighting stuff. All right, so we know it's dark, but let me show you from the front. It looks way more vicious, modern, like Mike's saying. He's gonna change the side markers. You guys can see is pretty amber right there. I think he's gonna go full LED, full update on all of the lights all the way around the car.
Yes, sir.
Even the tail lights.
Yeah.
I mean, the rear end looks really hard, but these to be a nice bright white, these to be a dark red, it'll just make it that much nicer.
With the LEDs I'm looking at?
Yeah.
Like, they're hella bright. They look like, when they're just on, they look like as if the brake lights are hit. Then when the brake lights are hit, they're like in your face, like, stop.
Yeah, don't hit my car.
So
But
I got the freaking LED lights in place coming. We're gonna do the tail lights, the reverse lights all white. Pretty much every single thing on here will be LED now.
hell yeah,
Probably even the interior lights.
that'd be sick. That'd look really sick. Open it up and it's like, whoa.
Yeah. Then when you get rid of these blacked out lights, probably
Yeah.
clear
Coat. But yeah, so that's it for tonight. We're gonna actually start day 2 here in just a second, because we still have to put the 15 mil spacers on the front, maybe change the stands up a little bit, and yeah, so let's get into day 2. All right, and we are back, day 2. My brother just showed up. He got the 360 camera on the back here. Check this thing out.
This is about to be my last Viper video.
Man, y'all gonna have to go check out this with the 360. It's gonna be bad.
Hey, great overcast weather.
I know.
Great car.
Yeah, we woke up today and it looks like it was, actually I think it was raining a little bit earlier. At least it was sprinkling.
Little drizzles.
Little drizzles.
Rain.
All right, so you guys saw last night, we did the seat and we did the front lights. Lights look way better, but we have a little bit of a problem. You can see that the front is a little bit sunken in. So we got some 15 mil spacers. You look at the rear is like nice and flush out, but coming from this side, you can see it's kind of sunken in. So we're gonna take care of that problem. He's actually gonna do it, because right now I'm currently working on a brake issue, as they say. And yeah, so I think he's gonna knock these out real quick. So here, I'll show you before.
Sunken.
Yeah, sunken. And then we're gonna throw these bad boys on. Hey, those are nice too.
Dude, Man, this is probably the most I've paid for some spacers.
Everything in the Viper world is more expensive. It don't matter if it's the same metal, the same bolts, the same bolt pattern. Oh, it's for a Viper?
Hey,
mark it up 300%.
So, when I was literally buying, I was looking for 15s.
Yeah.
15 mil spacers were like $100 more than if I would have got some 25s. So I was almost like, man, do I gamble and put some 25 mils on? But I was like, I have to tell it fucking out.
But you know what? It's because they probably know. That's probably more like, people probably buy those way more because they know the front sunken look.
Yeah, it's hub centric specifically for a Viper. So
yeah, and these are, you can't just throw any on here. You see the 6 lug, not a 5 lug. So
hub centric, and these are made of billet.
Ooh.
That's a no-go.
Yeah. So quick wrap up of the vlog. We went to go put it on, and Mike noticed that there's no reliefs in the back of the wheel. So when you put the spacer on, these stick out quite a bit, and we're not able to put it on. So
guess I'll just have to get my new wheels, man.
I knew that was coming.
Can't be sunken.
Nope.
I can go get my $200 back for these spacers too.
Hey, you can put them towards the new wheels.
Yeah, the wheels are $4,500.
See? Now they're $4,300. Oh well. I mean, the car still looks good. It's set up how it's supposed to be, but the new wheels, where do you see the sauce?
That's next on the list.
New wheels are gonna look super good. Hey, you better keep these though. These are like nostalgic. These foos.
I'm keeping them.
Yeah, for sure.
The dude who sold me the car.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm gonna get some different wheels soon, like some 19s or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah, if you ever want to sell them, let me know. I got another Viper coming in that I would probably want to put them on. I'm like,
nah.
hey, I didn't hound you for the price of the car, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna show him the paperwork. Like, hey, bro, these wheels are like $9,500, so
10 grand, they're yours.
hey, 10 grand with tires,
Yeah.
I'll take that. Hey, I'll have Black Air clean them up. They'll look brand new, bro.
They would look brand new. Well, all right. Well, I guess that's it for the Viper content right now. Where are you headed off to?
I'm about to finish doing a little driving footage, and then I'm gonna go drop this thing off to get this power steering pulley.
Oh, that's right.
I bought a billet power steering pulley. These are like notorious for the pulley breaking because they're like composite.
Oh.
So
snap.
Yeah, they just explode.
Oh, damn.
So instead of being stranded on the side of the road, I'm like, nah, let's swap that shit.
Take care of it already.
Hey, it's not, the day ain't over with yet.
Nope.
You better fucking fill that whole video in.
This man getting on me. Hey, no, well, that'll be it for the Viper content. I didn't say it's the end of the content, but this man be getting on me because you guys know I have taken a little bit of time off, a little bit of a break. I've been working on getting my financial stuff. For those of you that follow me on my Instagram, you know that I got my financial license, so I can start doing stuff financially. Just other things that don't constitute just car stuff. However, like I've told you guys, even on my Instagram and all that other stuff, that I'm not cutting this out, I'm not quitting, I'm not slowing down on it. I just had to refocus some stuff right now so that way I was able to take care of my financial stuff, get my license, and yeah, build up and put another weapon in the arsenal.
So, it's not the end of Viper content.
Uh-oh.
I got one more Viper thing related you can do.
What is it?
Torque them wheels down.
With that, y'all, I hope you've been well. I hope your families have been well, and I'll see you in the next video. Much love. Peace.